much needed and much welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. Damiere Byrd returning it. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Green brings it in. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. The shotgun snap for Newton. And that will be incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Now the 2nd-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7-yard pickup.
When I see Mike Gesicki make a catch, I'm reminded of his athletic ability. And go back to the time we were leading up to the draft and showing his career highlights, including high school volleyball, where he appeared he was almost jumping over the net. I expect him to continue to grow in 2020, start to make progress in 2019. 5 touchdown catches and 570 total yards.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. he didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, it's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Preston Williams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Bird to return. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Patriots take over
at their own 43-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
The ball carrier.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brings up.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On the draw, here's White. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, this is Michelle, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
You landed.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Michelle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Right to the 3. Great. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Time to go. Night.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. It's complete. James White. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On the handoff.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
19-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe for a minute, man. I'm here all day. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And 1.
They snap it to Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A.J. Green there to make the grab as his guys are first out of the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7. Dolphins.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this is Parker, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Complete.
Nice snag by Devontae Parker. While it took him 5 years in the league to have his first 1,000-yard season, he broke out in a big way. The former first-round pick had career highs across the board in 2019. In fact, his touchdown total for the year equaled his career total to date.
try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is really flew around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 25-yard line.
Gun. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check. I got it.
Now a first down throw for Newton. On the slant, complete to Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's got Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
26-yard.
Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Patriots.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Go.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Jerome Baker.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
Nick Folk for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that's complete. It's Green here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first and 10, Newton. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Newton looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the handoff, this is Breida. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. John Simon. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Breida. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua not liking what he sees, so he's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go. Watch out. No, ready. Hey, switch gears.
Now it's Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a toss right side for Breida. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They run with Breida. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Sir Green. It's our time. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. 8.
A play fake to Michelle. Now Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 20. Mike 51. Mike 51. I got you. I got you. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Man, that's trash. Express. Express. 51. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get up. Great. 51 to Mike, boys. 51.
From the gun, Newton. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They run again with Breida. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
First down, Dolphins.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Carry there by Jordan Howard, and we all know he started his career in Chicago and was a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher. Spent 2019 in Philadelphia battling injuries, but when he's healthy, can be a flat-out workhorse and can break down defenses.
On first, they go right back to Howard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. This is Breida. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off a game.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch left, watch left. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 8, 8.
A give. This is Michelle. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
the ball
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Off play action. Newton. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
10 at the 40-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. On the ground is Michelle. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Down at the 30.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
20.
And it's Michelle once again. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
1st down, here's White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
No gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
90 is a mic.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Newton on 1st down. Flushed out right. Caught by Amendola. Patriot touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Second down at 7.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
15. First down, Dolphins.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And that's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on.
A 28-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Dolphins 3.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
It's up 3rd and 5.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.